What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a very special video. I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing a bunch of fragrances by Peara that were sent to me by the folks over at Maison d'Orient. So Maison d'Orient, they're a website that sells a lot of kind of more Middle Eastern fragrances, niche fragrances. So a lot of things that you can't find on other websites. So they sent me a whole collection by this fragrance brand called Peara, which is it's a collaborative creation between Italian artisans and Middle Eastern artisans, and they kind of came together to create fragrances that are a bit of a combination of both. So I'm gonna run through all of them with you guys. Overall, I gotta say I'm extremely impressed. So I'll give you the kind of the lowdown of all of them. But you guys know me, if you're one of my subscribers, you know that doesn't matter if a fragrance company sent them to me or whatever, I'll roast them if they're not good. So these are very impressive, especially a couple of key ones. So stay tuned for those. And then I have a link, I'll put it in the description, but I'll give you guys my honest opinions on all of them. So let's unbox these big ones first. And I'll show you kind of what the presentation of these big ones are like before we go through all of the sample kits that they gave me. They gave me one discovery set that had 12 different fragrances. They gave me a second discovery set that had 4 fragrances in it. And then they gave me 2 full bottles, one being like an oil one, like the perfume oil, and then one being a spray fragrance. So let's check it out. So Peara, yep, this first one is called Oud Swap. This is a perfume oil, 20 milliliters, but don't let the 20 mils fool you guys, because 20 mils of perfume oil, if you know, it goes a long way. So we'll unbox it. Container is pretty nice, pretty, kind of clean aesthetic to it. So nothing super crazy. Has a bit of embossing on there. So good presentation. We'll pull this thing out, and here is the container. Look at that. Excellent. I mean, the presentation is excellent. It has sort of a sandblasted glass on the outside, and you can see that this is pure perfume oil on the inside. It has a nice golden look to it, and it says Peara Oud Swap on the front. Perfume oil, this is 20 milliliters. So you undo this nice heavy cap. It has a glass dropper on there, or a glass rod with which you can kind of rub it on your wrists. For this video, I'm going to be putting it on paper because I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of these, but we'll put this on paper. So they sent me, they sent me a sheet showing what all of them are, just a background of all these fragrances. This is Oud Swap. So this is an Oud Blossom Bouquet. Citrus, fruits, woods, musk, vanilla, patchouli, and amber. Mostly what I get from this is a great fragrance. This is mostly oud, a sweet, opulent oud. I almost get some saffron or some sort of spicy saffron in there as well. A metallic saffron. This is a very high quality fragrance. This smells like you're rich, like you're literally like a rich person. And it's not one of those fragrances where, you feel like, oh, I have to be a certain person to be able to pull this off. This is just a great fragrance in this Middle Eastern style. I can't recommend this one enough. This one I'm gonna give 9.5 out of 10. And you guys know me. I mean, I half of the companies that send me stuff, I'll tell them they're my honest, I give you guys my honest opinion. But these have been very impressive. So that's this one. That's the Oud Swap. Let's check out the full bottle here. So this one is called Maon. This is from their Collezione Orientale. So again, it's like Italian fragrance meets Middle Eastern fragrance, which is super cool to see. So here we go. Here's the bottle. Look at this freaking bottle, guys. That's crazy. It's got a little fez hat on there, a little fez thing on there. Great, great container, pretty minimalist, nothing super crazy. It's got the embossing, of course, but really, let's focus on this bottle. A nice amber bottle. Take off the cap. The cap is a little plasticky. I wish there was a bit of a better cap on this. As far as this, atomizer and atomizer collar are both metal. Okay, it's got a great sticker on the front. It says Peara Eau de Parfum. This is 100 milliliters, okay? So this one's called Maon. Good atomizer, great atomizer on there, no complaints there. Good performance. Now what this reminds me of, this seems to me to be very similar to, if you're familiar with Amouage Interlude Man. It's kind of in that same vein, but again, it's not too heavy on those kind of spicy, peppery notes that you get in some of the, you know, some of the Amouage fragrances like Interlude Man. I have a clone of Interlude Man. I brought it over here. It's called Midnight Oud. I wouldn't recommend this one. Actually, I would definitely recommend this one over that one. That's for darn sure. I don't think it's a clone, but I think it's just an improved version. So the clones, no matter how close they get, and Interlude Man itself, I'm not really a big fan of, but this one is very good. Maon, sorry, not Mazoon. It's Maon. It's a spicy, floral, ambery, a little bit of sweetness, but not as much as this one, I would say. There's no oud in this one. This is a great fresh fragrance, but it has enough versatility from whatever this kind of spice note in it is. So I would say this is probably spring, fall, winter. And then this one is definitely fall, winter, or nights out. This is a great date night fragrance. So far my favorite has been Oud Swap, but this one is actually very good too. So next, let's check out these perfume oil ones that they sent as well. So they sent 2 different discovery sets. We'll be checking out these fragrances. So yeah, next we'll be checking out these fragrances that they sent as part of the kind of little discovery set. This one, first one is called Sweet Mila. Okay, Sweet Mila. And this is a very, very prominent honey fragrance. A great honey note in there. It is quite sweet. This one leans more feminine. This is definitely a feminine fragrance. Floral. Not overbearing with any of the honey notes, but it is a nice strong honey. Projection is good. All of these have really good performance, which I've noticed with a lot of those kind of Middle Eastern fragrances. So that's kind of where that Middle Eastern vibe breaks through, right? But there's still sort of this kind of Italian influence that you can also smell. So the next one is called En Face. Now this one smells like something I'm familiar with. I'm not sure what it is. It has a very prominent cedar and a little bit of oud in there. Not as much as the Oud Swap, but cedary, tiny bit of sweetness, not as much sweetness as this one. Very masculine, almost a patchouli note to it. Not super floral, really good fragrance. I'm gonna rate Sweet Mila maybe an 8 out of 10. En Face, I'm gonna give maybe a 7.8 out of 10, okay? Let's see, Oriental Beauty. Oh, now I know this one. Yeah, this one I really liked. Oriental Beauty smells more designer now. Most of these smell quite niche. This one, I will say, this is probably the most mass appealing feminine one that they have. This one's called Oriental Beauty. It smells like a nice mass appealing peony, jasmine, maybe a little rosiness in there. Sweet but not overbearing. Kind of bubblegummy fragrance. I'm gonna give that one an 8 out of 10 as well. That one's very nice. Here's the Oud Swap. Okay, we know that one. Here's Fearless Elixir. Okay, let's check out Fearless Elixir. This one is another kind of more mass appealing feminine fragrance. This one reminds me of something. I think it's one of the female Chanel fragrances. This is by no means a clone house, but it definitely gives me similar vibes to one of the feminine Chanel fragrances. Very nice, fine fragrance. I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. Okay, so next we'll try out these next 6. I have them all kind of dished out for us to check out. So this next one is called Lalibela, right here. And this is one of the 2. There were only 2 fragrances in this entire collection that I actually didn't really care for. This one I didn't really like. It didn't smell like very much at all. It smelled kind of just like carrier oil. I don't know if that's a mistake or whatever, but I'm gonna give that one a 4 out of 10. Didn't like it, couldn't really smell much, you know, not that great. Next one, Musk Swap. So this is a very strong, musky, spicy fragrance. This one definitely has kind of that oriental feel to it. Really good. I'm gonna give that one maybe 7.5. So next one, let's see. Musk Fawake, however you say that. I might be butchering that. So this one has a little more sweetness to it, a little bit more floralcy to it. Musk Fawake. This is florals. It says it has raspberry, cashmere wood, sandalwood, and powdery musk in it. You definitely get some of that raspberry fruitiness coming through. That one's really good. I'm gonna say 8.5. So next one we have Arabian Honeymoon. And this is a very nice, sweet, feminine fragrance. I think it leans more unisex. This one is very citrus, floral, citrus forward, and it has some florals in there, some rose in there. But it also has a little bit of fruitiness to it. I'm not really sure what the fruitiness is from. It doesn't say so that there's any fruitiness in the notes. That one I'm gonna give an 8.5 as well. Then we have Red Lalibela, okay? Now this one I really, really like. This one, it's for sure leans a little bit more feminine, for sure. Really like it. If you wanna smell like a fruity candy, some sort of a candy, like just literally delicious candy, Red Lalibela. Red Lalibela, it says tropical paradise is the theme of this one. Coconut, peach, papaya, lemon, pineapple, mango, and floral notes. And really, you get all of these notes together, it just makes you smell like a freaking candy or like a fruit salad or just something. So tropical, literally like a tropical paradise. 9.5 out of 10. Great fragrance. Love this one. Then we have, lovely Oud Ebony. This one's for sure very niche, not Blind Buy safe, I will say. Oud Ebony is, yeah, you get this dark ebony wood, some smoky, mysterious character to it. Definitely very oudy, not too sweet. It doesn't go that sweet rosy way. This is more like a oud wood type, you know, it really just pushes into that oud and the woodiness of it. Great fragrance, 9 out of 10, maybe 9.5 out of 10. It's a lot more niche for sure. So, you know, what I will say with these is if you already own some fragrances with oud in them or with kind of that more Arabian style of fragrances and you know you like that style, then most of these are Blind Buy safe. But if you don't already own one or you haven't smelled a lot of those oud fragrances like oud wood or that kind of a thing, then I would say probably go for one of these discovery sets or a couple of the discovery sets and figure out what you like first. That's my recommendation. I'm a big try before you buy kind of guy. Some of these are Blind Buy safe, but really only if you're familiar with the Middle Eastern style fragrances or at least the oud style fragrances. So next we have Malak, okay? So Malak is probably named after Oud Malaki, which is a type of oud. Ooh, yeah, so this is very heavy on the oud. Almost a rummy kind of character to it, like a boozy oud, which is cool because I haven't really seen them do that before. I've seen them kind of do the boozy vanilla fragrances or the boozy woody fragrances, but this is oudy for sure, opulent, oudy. Some rose in there for sure. Great fragrance. 9.5, 9.6 maybe even. Love this fragrance. Probably one of my favorites of the bunch of them is probably Malak and then this one as well, the Oud Swap. Great fragrance. I can't recommend this one enough. Easily 9.5, 9.6 out of 10. Next one, Sama. Okay, so let's check this one out. See what Sama is like. I actually can't remember what this one smelled like. Check it out. Yes, okay, so this is more of a clean, musky. This definitely goes more the route of the Italian style. This is there's no oud in this. There's not a whole lot of spiciness in this. I'm not even sure what it smells like. It's just a clean musk. Great fragrance. Again, decent performance. They all have decent performance. 9 out of 10. I like that one. I do like that one. I really don't know what it is that I'm smelling though, I will say. Okay, so here's Almas. So Almas. Almas, okay, yeah, so I remember this one. This one is also definitely not Blind Buy safe. Very niche, extremely niche, guys. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, but do not, I mean, I repeat, do not blind buy this one. This is animalic as heck. Extremely animalic, like you're in a goat pen somehow. It's like the good stink. It's very musky, very animalic, dirty. Not oudy, but just very dirty. Like literally like you're in the freaking petting zoo. This is crazy. Extremely niche, not blind buy safe, not mass appealing, but great fragrance. This is for niche lovers. Yeah, be careful with almas, okay? So this one is like almas, more like, they should call it alpaca, because that's like super animalic. Holy crap. That reminds me of some of the zoologist fragrances. Extremely niche. Okay, this last one, Darine. Great fragrance. Incredible jasmine, white florals. Incredible fragrance. I'm gonna say unisex. Some people might say more feminine. This is unisex for sure. Love this fragrance. It has the slight undertones of this animalic note, kind of like almas, but this is way more mass appealing, way more. This is a great fragrance. 9.5 for sure. The white florals in it are amazing. Slightly indolic, of course, slightly indolic, so it kind of has that animalic sort of a feel to it, but very lightly. Mostly white florals. Great fragrance. Yeah, 9.5. So overall, guys, you know me, I try to be really honest with these ones, especially I try to be mindful of that when they send me fragrances, companies send them to me, and you know, I always apologize to them when I have to roast them, but really for me it's about, you know, just giving you guys kind of the honest opinions, so it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. So these are great. I have a link. Yes, it's an affiliate link. It'll be in the description, but really, I can't recommend them enough. I've been trying a lot of niche fragrances lately. I got on this kind of niche kick. And some niche brands, they actually don't feel very niche. And I think maybe they're just charging you high prices for, you know, kind of designer type fragrances, not great fragrances. But this one is actually niche. You know, really, Italian meets, you know, UAE or Dubai, wherever, I think it said Dubai on there. Great fragrances. So really check them out. Let me know if you already have any of them and tell me what you think about them. So yeah, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Again, thanks to Mason to Orient. Great website. I actually checked them out earlier, so they got a lot of niche stuff. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.